Alright, what's up guys? So today I'm super pumped to be installing something that's long overdue on this car, and it is installing spacers. Now that's just the first step of many. Alright, so the reason why I'm installing spacers is, as you can see, this wheel's kind of pushed in a little. You know, it doesn't protrude out or anything. And I'm looking more for a battle stance on this car, like something time attack wise. Something that looks super aggressive. But, as you can see, you know, it's not very aggressive with the stock wheel. So, in order to do that, I purchased these spacers from fastwrx.com. And yeah, giving it a go at it. So, first steps first. Just jack up your car. Alright guys, as you probably saw, I don't have the most room to work with in this garage, but you know, I'm just working with what I got, moving shit around and all that. But now that I got the car jacked up, time to take off the wheels. Alright guys, now that we got the wheels off, normally what I would do is clean this off with like a wire brush or something, all this dirt, to make it a nice even surface, but I really don't have one, so just gonna move on to the next step, which is putting some anti-seize on the back of these spacers, just so if I want to take them off later, which I probably will to when I get some wheels, they won't be a bitch to take off or seized onto the hub. Yeah, as you can see, I put a real thin layer on, you know, something that's not gooped up in an anti-seize. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean off this excess anti-seize once I actually have it bolted on there. And yeah. Oh yeah, just to mention real quick, these spacers came with already done lug nuts. And what the nice thing about these spacers is, when you're running 25mm spacers, as you can probably see, they sink in pretty nicely there, so you don't have to cut your studs. If you were running, let's say, 15mm spacers, there is a possibility that you have to cut your studs in order to run those spacers. Alrighty guys, so I got the spacers on and now I'm ready to test fit the wheels. Ooh, I'm so pumped up for this. Guys, I am super happy about the fitment. It's poking out just a bit on the rear fender, and same with the front, just a bit, like something tasteful. Oh my god, I am in love with this. I was kind of hesitant on putting 25mm spacers on because I've read forums about like, oh, your scrub radius and oh, they'll just break off and they're too wide. They'll poke out like way too much. But here it goes. This proves it. 25 millimeter spacers for an 04 to 07 WRX or STI. Perfect combo. Or actually 2002 to 2003 too. Can't forget about those guys. But yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like with the spacer. Ring pushes out the wheel just a bit, you know, gives it that aggressive stance that it should have came from the factory. Yeah, everything looks good to me. And then without 25 millimeter spacers. Now, if you don't want that little poke that happens right there, I guess you could go with 20 millimeter spacers just to get rid of that if that really annoys you. But I don't find anything wrong with that. This car is like aggressive body styling anyway, so it complements it. And something that you didn't see me do in the video is I torqued down my wheels, or my spacers actually. I torqued them down to 80 foot-pounds. Also, the spacers come with 10.9 grade bolts, or actually studs, my bad. So that's really good. That's actually the same that the factory uses, so you don't have to like pop out the studs and replace them. If you don't feel comfortable with these aftermarket studs, then I guess you could go buy some OEM Subaru genuine ones. But yeah, don't forget guys, torque down your studs, or your spacers, and your wheels as well. And I'm gonna go torque down my wheels, install the spacers on the other side, and I'm gonna go take it for a test drive real quick, see if it'll rub while I'm turning, or when I'm doing U-turns or anything like that. But I'll be back. Alright guys, so it's the next day now. I didn't have time to test drive the car last night, but either way, test drove it this morning. Those 25 millimeter spacers, when I did a full lock, a U-turn, no rubbing whatsoever. This is on stock STI suspension. It'll probably work out same with the WRX. Stock ride height, everything, nothing's unchanged, just the 25 millimeter spacers. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, doing U-turns, just turning in general, it's perfectly fine. These spacers that I got are hub centric, so they won't, they're not like cheap spacers where they'll just have the hole in the middle and they won't sit flush with your hub. You always want to get the hub centric spacers. Don't cheap out on the eBay stuff. And yeah, but I will have a link in the description for these spacers from fastwrx.com, sponsor me. But yeah, either way, I'm pretty pumped about it.